That down. Let's move on to this, shall we? What happens when you destroy a giant asteroid heading for Earth? That asteroid's family takes it personally and they want to come back for revenge. That's apparently what's going on. Is Michael Bay, reports are going around saying that Michael Bay is looking at developing an Armageddon sequel.
Armageddon. Here we go again.
Armageddon. Here we go again. Armageddon 2, Electric Boogaloo. Another asteroid's coming. This time it's personal. CBR's headline reads, Michael Bay teases sequel to Bruce Willis and Ben Affleck's $553 million blockbuster. 27 years. Was Armageddon 27 years ago?
Bro.
Whew. Armageddon 27 years ago. This is what they wrote. In a recent interview with The Hollywood Reporter, Transformers director Michael Bay addressed the possibility of revisiting Armageddon. When asked about the surprising lack of sequels for two of his biggest 90s hits, The Rock, which I love, by the way, and with Sean Connery, and Armageddon, Bay acknowledged that there had been discussions. There's a project called Black 5, Bay said. It's an original idea that I came up with as we were doing Armageddon after talking to a physics person from NASA. That's something I would love to do. All right. Couple of thoughts. We've already had a couple of giant asteroid movies heading towards the Earth thing. We had two of them come out at basically the same time. We had Armageddon and what was
Deep Impact.
Deep Impact.
Which is better.
Deep Impact is really good.
Oh, I mean, it is.
I love both.
Yeah.
Armageddon's the greatest guilty pleasure of all time.
Yeah, I lean more towards Armageddon. I am an unapologetic giant Armageddon fan. I love that movie.
Love it.
Now, obviously, you can't bring back Bruce Willis for multiple
You know
reasons.
what? Stunt casting. Demi Moore as his wife.
Oh.
Coming off her Academy Award nomination for The Substance, Demi Moore stars and leads the team.
Well, it sounds like, because I was thinking
that's a little meta.
You
right?
can get Liv Tyler back. You can get Ben Affleck
as
back.
their daughter.
I can't remember which of the crew survived. Did Owen Wilson survive? I don't know if he did or not. But
oh wow.
But then it's wow. But it kind of sounds like it's really going to be more of an original idea. Called Black 5. That's going to be based on a team that uses high-tech stuff.
Because Armageddon 2 screams original idea.
Yes. Well, no, that's the
as long
thing,
as
though,
Billy
right?
Bob Thornton comes back as the head of NASA.
Here's the problem, though.
Huh?
Headline, bring up this headline again. The headline's saying Michael Bay's teasing a sequel. I've seen other headlines running that same thing, Armageddon 2. But the more I'm reading it, we even named, I think the title of this segment is Armageddon sequel, because that's what we're at. But the more I read into it, there's a part of me that wonders, if you look at, there's a project called Black 5, Bay said. It's an original idea that I came up with while I was doing Armageddon. He didn't necessarily say it's an Armageddon sequel.
I see.
All the other outlets are assuming, and maybe there was a quote in there that they're not putting in there that made it clear that it is an Armageddon.
Why you got to harsh my mellow, John?
I know. Why you got to bring it down?
Come on, man.
I mean, so maybe it is. Maybe it is. That's what everybody's running with their headlines with. And maybe that's exactly what he's talking about. I'm just saying, when I read the actual text, it didn't exactly explicitly say it was an Armageddon sequel. He just said he came up with the idea while doing Armageddon, and that he was going to do that. Either way, we want to take a second to thank a sponsor of today's episode, NordVPN. All right, let's be real. There's nothing worse than wanting to stream your favorite show or watch a live game only to find out it's blocked in your country. But guess what? With NordVPN, that is never a problem. With just one click, you can switch your virtual location and access content from anywhere in the world. I have loved using NordVPN. Whether I'm traveling and using public Wi-Fi or just shopping online, NordVPN keeps my personal info safe and private. By switching my location, I can even save money on flights, hotels, and subscriptions. It's like a cheat code for getting the best deals. NordVPN is the fastest VPN in the world, so there's no buffering when I'm streaming. Plus, their threat protection feature blocks malware, trackers, and phishing attempts, keeping my devices safe 24/7. And with just one account, I can protect up to 10 devices, so my whole setup is covered. So to get the best discount on your NordVPN plan, head to nordvpn.com/John Campea, and our link will even give you 4 extra months for free on the 2-year plan. Plus, there's no risk with Nord's 30-day money-back guarantee. Links in the description. Check it out now. Chris, I mean, you don't want to close your eyes. You don't want to fall asleep.
No.
Would you be down for an Armageddon sequel And would the audience come out for it? What do you think?
I mean, we would. An asteroid hurtling towards Earth. Gosh, I wish. I mean, what a great time. Love a disaster movie. Love a good one of those. This was a real fun, ridiculous romp. The idea too was just so bananagrams of like, hey, why would we send a bunch of scientists to space? We need to go get people who work on an oil rig. They know how to deal with this drilling. I think it'd be fun. I think it'd be very stupid in the best way. And I do think people would show up. You've got the nostalgia factor. And then you just have to also remember what you're seeing, right? If you're going to go see a Michael Bay movie, it's explosions, it's big actions, it's fun, ridiculous action. And I feel like that's what most people want to see from a Michael Bay movie anyway. So if everyone else is on board with it, why not do a sequel? I just have to kind of understand why we're justifying sending some of the same guys, or is this a Twister situation?
Would it be completely new
Yeah,
team?
is it like Twisters 2, where we're like, yeah, those people, but also we're here now? Huh.
If you can feel it, ride it. Okay.
Yeah.
So
Right
Rob,
in the asteroid.
would you be down for an Armageddon 2, or would the audience be down for it?
Okay, here's
I
the
feel
thing.
like Robin's already
I
down.
love-
He's ready for this.
Yeah, I mean, I love Armageddon. It's a total guilty pleasure. I love Deep Impact. Deep Impact is a legitimately, I think, good science fiction, speculative science
Oh
fiction.
yeah, it's
I
a
like
good
Deep
movie.
Impact.
Great cast. Maximilian Schell, it's great. Robert Duvall. But I like Armageddon a lot. I think it's great. So to do a sequel, why wouldn't? But there's something that lingers in the back of my mind. You know what other movie I really loved that was kind of from the same era? Independence Day. And I was so excited for Independence Day resurgence. I'm like, this is going to be great.
Yeah.
And the first 20 minutes, I'm like, this is great. And then it turned into one of the greatest
Whatever it was.
cinematic disappointments ever. So sometimes, dead is better, as they say in Pet Sematary. Sometimes dead is better. And I don't necessarily think everything under the sun needs to get resurrected. But this Black 5 idea, like you pointed out, sounds like it has nothing. He just came up with it while he was making Armageddon. Probably because he heard a lot of NASA researchers or scientific consultants on Armageddon, which, of course, Armageddon is the most scientifically inaccurate movie ever, but I don't care. He probably heard something that sparked his imagination and said, this is a really good idea. That could be another movie. I don't think, based on what's in this article, that he's talking about an Armageddon sequel, like you pointed out. He doesn't say anything about a sequel. He says it's an idea he came up with while he was making Armageddon, which I would look. I'll tell you this. I don't think Michael Bay is, Stanley Kubrick. However,
What a brave thing to say.
I gotta tell,
That was way out there. Wow, really going out there, Rob.
I enjoy the cacophony of a Michael Bay movie. I mean, look, man, I will even sit there and go, I'll watch Pearl Harbor if I come across it. Do I think it's Titanic? No, but I like it. I like he always casts his movies with great actors.
His casting is usually really good. I mean, look at The Rock. Look at the casting in The Rock.
Oh.
It was so perfect for that.
I mean, and The Rock is an unofficial James Bond movie. I mean, it's James
It
Bond in
kind of
prison.
is. He works for his
But I
Majesty's
mean,
Secret Service.
even the first, people could talk about the first Transformers being glib. I love the first Transformers, and I am a Dark of the Moon apologist. I am in. And I think, look, he comes out of that propaganda school, the propaganda company where all the music video commercial directors kind of went from music videos. David Fincher was one. Dominic Sena was one. I like the aesthetic. I even liked, what is it, Six Underground, the Ryan Reynolds.
Oh, I hated that
I mean,
movie.
it's not good.
Yeah.
But
it's not good.
It's not good. But I liked watching it.
I'll tell you what, you know what I do? Okay, here's the thing.
Except Transformers 5, I can't even, and it's 2, I can't get through.
I hate every Michael Bay Transformers movie other than the first one.
Yeah, that's me
I hate
too.
all of them. But The Rock, Armageddon. I even like that one he did with Ewan McGregor and Scarlett Johansson.
I was
The Island.
thinking about that the other day. The Island.
I like The Island. So he's got a couple that his recent one though, that movie, The Ambulance, that he did with Jake Gyllenhaal.
It's like,
That was
take your drones away. No
Yeah, I
more
know, it's
drones
like-
for you.
Michael Bay got a drone. It's like, I got to make a movie with these drones.
Although, you know what? The idea was sound.
Yeah, no, it was a great concept.
And
It
Pain
was.
and Gain is a good movie.
Which one?
Pain and
Gain.
Oh
Gain.
yeah, that's a
With The
very
Rock
good
and
movie,
Mark
actually.
Wahlberg.
Yep. Anyway, guys, question is for you. What do you think about this? A lot of headlines going around talking about a possible Armageddon 2. That might be what he was talking. It was in response to a question about it. I'm not really sure if he was talking about that or a completely different movie altogether, but let's say he was. Would you be down for a sequel? Do you think the audience would run out and see it? Whatever you guys think, jump down to the comment section below and let us know your thoughts. Hey guys, thanks so much for watching this video. Make sure you like the video, leave a comment, and subscribe to our channel. And don't forget, we have a daily podcast called the John Campea Show podcast, available on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or your favorite podcasting app of choice. Go and subscribe to it today so it'll be there when you need it.